about a half yard short. Ball inside the 1. Johnson again. Yep. This time he is hit by Jack Reynolds and knocked backwards, if you can believe that. 11th play in this drive coming up. Anderson will look and throw. Alexander does not get in. They get the touchdown, I don't know. The 49ers don't think he made it. Who's on the bottom of that pile? Jack Reynolds again. Number 64. That's a team effort for San Francisco's defense.
Craig Patterson's way to the goal line. He goes in for a 49er touchdown. And the 49ers are leaving the Miami Dolphins far to the rear now.
Weiss has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
This is complete.
Founded and backed by the GOAT himself, Goat Fuel is a great tasting energy drink without the crash. Use our affiliate link below to save 10% on all Goat Fuel energy drinks. Help out the show and save 10% at the official Niner online store by using our affiliate link in the description below. Go to seatgiant.ca to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. The website again, seatgiant.ca, promo code NinerFaithfulRadio. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 95th Radio's post-game show. I'm your host, Jamie, here to talk to you about the 49ers win over the Carolina Panthers in Monday Night Football. 49ers win 20-9 in Levi Stadium. For the basically a shot at a playoff spot. Moving forward, we're gonna talk about this game. Even though they win, there is some stuff to talk about. You know, over it was an interesting game. Yeah, I don't know how else to really describe it. It was just a weird kind of game. Carolina was doing nothing in the first half, and then had some life in the second half, like normal when play the 49ers. Good news is 49ers defense got 2 interceptions, which is huge. This team hardly ever has been struggling with that. J.R. Brown had the 2 interceptions, which was really good. One I think was in the first half, the other one was in the second half, and stuff. So that was really good. A couple of fumbles. Christian McCaffrey fumbled one. Colton McKivitz fell on it, recovered it. Stuff like that. So it was kind of a weird game. But overall came out with the win, which is all we want. Sky Moore had another really decent, not like a touchdown opener kickoff return, but he got almost to midfield, I believe. So that was really solid. Let's see, say kick returns. As long as it's 43, so basically almost to midfield. So that was pretty good. So overall, it's a weird game. Main topic though was Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions this game. Not good. He had some really crazy throws that I don't understand what he was saying. So there's that. It was just rough overall, some of his throws. He has some good moments. He had some good good throws to Kittle. But overall was through 3 really bad interceptions where the safety was just able to come in and pick it off. And also it's kind of the theme of the game. That's how J.R. Brown was kind of doing the same thing. So overall, not a good game for either quarterback, to be perfectly honest with you. Christian McCaffrey was the workhorse tonight against his former team who drafted him. He had overall did really well. I think he did finally break off a kind of a bigger run, which is kind of nice. Let's see. Could look at it right now. We're gonna go over all the stats in just a second. His longest was 17, so almost 12 yards, which 20 yards, which is he hasn't done that in a while. Really, he's hovering around a 3.5 average for his rushing. So normally he's breaking off those 15, 20 yard rushes. He last couple seasons, and he is not doing that this time around. So something we got to keep an eye on. But he held in there. Brian Robertson was a good backup. I think he did come out near the end and got a little banged up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But obviously the game plan going into this was obviously Kyle wanted to just feed McCaffrey and just keep it going. That was obvious, especially in the first half. Finally got Kittle in there, Juwan in there a little bit, Robinson in there just a little bit. So but the main focus was McCaffrey for the overall big game plan moving forward. And so, because he had 24 carries, and he was also used in the receiving. He had 7 receptions in the receiving for 53 yards. He had 24 carries for almost 189 yards. His average was 3.7, and he had one rushing touchdown. So yeah, it was definitely Christian McCaffrey more than normal day too, to begin with. So that was pretty interesting. But it makes sense. So like offense, nothing crazy. Trying to get Ricky Pearsall in there, he had some weird stuff happen, like he was not connecting with him, and then the ones he didn't really go anywhere. So I don't know if that's just Pearsall like just getting back into it or what's going on with that. So nothing really with Juice either. This one, Juice was mainly for blocking. There's a couple of good runs where he got some good blocking moving forward, which is pretty good. And stuff. He had some nice blocks for Kittle, had some good ones for McCaffrey. So it's just, keep moving on. But yeah, I mean, it ended up working. Our backup kicker right now, Matt Gay, hit all his field goals and his extra points, so that was solid. Because our boy Eddie is dealing with a hamstring injury, so we grabbed Matt off the street and brought him in. So oh, that's good. But yeah, Brock Purdy had a pretty rough night. He did not look as good as he did last week against Arizona. Those 3 picks were really bad. I don't know if like he was just doing like those balls are just floating, giving the defensive back time to get into position to catch it, or what was going on, or reading it wrong, or whatever. But it was pretty bad. So glad to see him moving forward. And so, and like Bryce Young for Carolina threw 2 picks too. So it was not just Purdy, it was a tough night for both of the quarterbacks, and stuff. So, that is what it is. But yeah, I mean, we could probably start going through our box scores. So, like I said, Brock Purdy, 23 for 32, 193, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. His rating is a 58.5, which, yeah, should be that low. Was looking really rough, and stuff. McCaffrey, 24 for 89, 3.7, 1 touchdown rushing, longest was 17. Brian Robinson, 7 carries for 40 yards, 5.7, longest was 12. Brock Purdy did have some carries, 6 for 16, 2.7, his longest was 9. And Ricky Pearsall, 1 for 2, and his longest was 2. George Kittle, 6 for 78, average was 13, no touchdowns, longest was 25, out of 10 targets. Kittle was pretty solid when Purdy was targeting him, ended up working out. McCaffrey, 7 for 53. Yeah, 7 for 53. 7.6 is his average. No touchdown on the receiving. Longest was 19 out of 7 targets. So caught all of his targets. Dwan, 5 for 41. 8.2 was his average, and he had 1 touchdown at the beginning of the game. Longest was 12. And he had 7 targets, so caught almost all his targets. Dwan's touchdown was pretty cool because he broke out of a tackle, and working, and it was nice. He was showing some hustle. Demarcus Robinson, 1 for 8, 8 average. He had the 1 target. Ricky Pearsall, 2 for 6, 3 average was 3. Out of 4 targets. Brian Robinson, 1 for 1 reception, 4 yards, 4 is the average. Longest is 4 out of 2 targets. And Luke Farrell, 1 for 3 yards, 3 was the average out of 1 target. Christian McCaffrey did have a really bad fumble, I think the third quarter, at the beginning of the third quarter, went straight out of him. Luckily, Colt McKivitz was able to fall on it, so that ended up being okay. So that didn't end up biting anybody. See, for solo tackles, Mufasa had 7, Elton Stout had 2, J.R. Brown had a good game. 4 solo tackles, me had the 2 picks, and the pass defended. Jordan Elliott had 2, Diamador Lenore had 2, Curtis Robinson had 1, Jason Pinnock 2, Nick Martin 2, Colin Farrell 1, Juice 1, McKivitz 1, Bryce Huff 1, Luke Farrell 1. All those moving forward. Obviously, the defense played a little bit better, held Carolina to 9 points, but it's an interesting team. I don't know. I think they're gonna struggle next week against the Sunday against Cleveland. Don't think it's gonna be a fun game for them. Might be a little bit rough, so we'll have to see. Yeah, because Cleveland's a much better team than Carolina, so we'll have to see what ends up happening. But this team has grit, but we'll have to see how they look. Them winning this game puts them in a good spot for the playoffs, though, which is good. So we'll have to see moving forward how they do, and who they end up playing first round. So, gonna definitely be interested to see them in the playoffs. And I don't know if Fred Warner could be cleared to play in the playoffs after his ankle is healed. So we'll have to see how that goes. And stuff, because we have Cleveland this week, I think one more game, and then the bye week, and then Titans. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks. I really think this Cleveland game is going to be an interesting game to see how they play, especially against such a young quarterback if he's playing, and stuff like that. But hopefully Purdy bounces back. The 3 interceptions were really bad, but hopefully Purdy bounces back, and maybe this is just nerves or something. I don't know, but some of those picks were just atrocious, and I'm normally not one to feel confident enough to criticize that, but they look pretty bad. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. But anyway, Niners got the win. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Yeah. So I think that's it for me tonight, guys. Unless you guys have any questions in the chat, real quick, could pop up before I head out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the post game show. All of our content that we've been putting out, and the watch alongs with Jason. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying those. If you guys have been tuning in. So, anyway, alrighty, guys. Well, enjoy your Victory Monday, Victory Tuesday. I'll see you guys Sunday for the Cleveland game, for the post game. And as always, go Niners. Bye.